What's cracking, cuz? This is Big Snoop, D-O-double-G, bow wow. Y'all know me, I love the smizzo, all the wizzy, then Izzy. But on the Rizzio, look y'all, I done it all. From selling drugs to gangsta-ish, you know, rapping, movies, pimping, TV shit. Cuz I didn't even change my background. And I was Jamaican for like 4 mizums. Look, now I'm on my banging for God movement. Prizzes the Lizard. Cuz you can play my album, get your shout on, and then see walk on the demon, cuz. But check this out. When I'm chilling back, smoking my 34th blunt of the day, I'm listening to my nephew, Sice Man, on What the Fudge Podcast. Hey cuz, I'm about to biz ounce to my opera lessons, preparing for the next album, for sure.
What's goody? Welcome back to What the Fudge. Hey man, what the fudge? Episode number 12. This is your host, Sice Man, keeping it real. Want to thank you guys, and first of all, I want to thank the homie Snoop D-O-double-G for doing that intro. I appreciate that. Bow wow. Today's a special episode. I'd have to say we got a professional musician, professional drummer. He's performed around the world. He's performed all over the U.S. And also a little thing I forgot to leave out is that he is my little brother. I thought I'd save that for anybody that was going to actually tune in and listen. Reggie Regg, go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
What the Fudge Podcast family, what up, baby? This is Reggie Regg Johnson coming to y'all live.
Right.
From episode 12 of
What the Fudge Podcast, man. How was your week, bro?
My week was good, bro. I actually been able to do some gigs with my band Loud as Funk, and we had two great shows this past weekend, yesterday and Friday night.
Oh, okay.
In Seal Beach.
What kind of music y'all do, bro?
Man, we do funk, baby. We call it Loud as Funk for a reason, because we do funk, R&B, hip hop.
Okay.
Rock. We do a little bit of everything, man. We very diverse.
What's your guys? You guys got an Instagram or something like that?
We do have an IG. You can follow us at Loud as Funk Band. That's LOUDASFUNK Band. And Loud as Funk.
Hey man, and they sound good. I'm acting like I don't know any of the stuff, but I got to do that for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I do know they be rocking out. I've been to their shows a couple times.
Actually,
it's worth it, man.
Since you said something about a show, we have a show tonight. If anybody that's want to come in, if you're in the LA area, we are at 77 Lounge in Culver City. That's 3843 Main Street.
And don't worry about it. You will be safe. That's not where the Bloods and the Crips is at. You're gonna be good. It's not where the essays is at. You're gonna be you're gonna be all straight on there.
You're gonna be straight in Culver City.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and hop into the first segment now that we did all of the introductions, which is the news. And the main thing I would say in the news, once again, we making more Black history. I love seeing little information like this. The homie Virgil Abloh, I don't really know how to say his name. Y'all know I can't pronunciate stuff too good, but Louis Vuitton named this brother as his new menswear designer. It says that he was the founder of Hott streetwear label Off-White, and for a long time he was the creative director for Kanye West, and now they got this brother heading the creative directing men's line wear of Louis Vuitton, bro. That's huge, man.
That is an amazing move, man.
A lot of entertainers and stuff wear a lot of that stuff. I don't really rock none. That's out of my price range for right now. But I think it's pretty tight that they picked a brother. He's also the first African American, that they picked to be in that position, man. What you think about that, bro?
Bro, I just want to say the timing of that is just amazing. After coming out with Black Panther,
right?
And that set a whole movement with the ladies and the men, and we getting to tie back into our culture that we never really left. But we kind of been running the fashion stuff. We always knew how to dress right. We knew what to do as far as clothing wise. So I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't put us in charge of picking the fashion. Anyway, exactly.
You feel me? We wear it. We know how to put it together. We make stuff from the thrift store look bomb, man. That's hard.
You wouldn't even know.
That's hard to do. You'd never know.
we have on something that's probably cheap that you may think it costs us $300-400. You know, that's just how we can make certain clothes just fit.
That's how we finesse. That's how you take grits and make a pecan salad out of it. You know what I'm saying? Grits. But let's go ahead. Got to the salad, but that's how you make that thing. That's how you make it. But let's go to the next topic. This one is a little sad. It's about Stephon Clark, which was the. Now, I'm sure everybody's heard about this by now. I really don't like I said, doing a whole lot of sad news because I'm sure you guys get enough of it in the TV and in the radio, but this one was pretty sad. This is a 22-year-old father, son, and brother. I want to say it like that because we need to acknowledge it how it is. Who was shot to death by police in his grandmother's backyard on March 18th. Says that he had a cell phone. Now, I actually watched the video footage real quick. The police had got a 911 call about somebody running around with a hoodie, breaking into cars. And when they said that they was also running through people's backyards, so that when the helicopter people finally came, they did see the image of homeboy in the backyard, Stephon Clark, and he's in his backyard. And clearly he doesn't seem like he's threatening them. He's not rushing them. He's not lunging at them. They yell out, get down on the ground, don't come at me. And they only yell it out a couple times, and then they just open up. It says they fired 20 rounds at homeboy. He got hit in his back 7 times after he was already laid out. Already, man. It's just really sick. It's sad. What you think about this, Reg?
My question is to you, brother, is how many bullets does it take for you to actually be killed?
Right. And I want to know is if these police are being trained, I'm sure they're taught to be able to take a person out with non-lethal shots. You can take somebody down. You can shoot them in the foot, shoot them in the hand,
in the kneecap, somewhere to where they won't be.
20 shots, bro.
20 shots in.
That's him laying on the ground. They was still shooting. How is he posing a threat if he laying on the ground, man? That's crazy, bro.
And my thing is, man, you know, it's sad to say, but you know, these police people, man, or these policemen, rather like having practice targets. You know, that's how I feel like.
I'm sure they got pictures of black people up. They really do. I'm sure they use us for training in their little scenarios and public scenarios. I'm sure they got little black poster boards. Y'all gonna have to prove me if I'm wrong, and I hope I don't ruffle no feathers with this. But his brother also, let me get his name right, Stephon Clark. Recently, he confronted the police officers and interrupted a city council meeting in protest for his brother, eventually leading the crowd in a chant for his brother, yelling out his brother's name. He jumped up on the mayor's desk and everything. He was going crazy. I understand he's emotional, he's grieving, but I just think maybe too aggressive. He can do the walking in and announcing, but when he hopped up on the desk, I think he took it a little too far.
Yeah, he took it. He definitely took it over the top. But the one thing I can say about the city of Sacramento, the owner of the Sacramento Kings, him and Vadi Divac, and I think Vince Carter has stepped up to actually, you know, try to help with this situation.
Yeah,
and that's actually a great thing.
They recently held a protest yesterday. If you guys are listening, we're filming on Sunday. They held it on Saturday. Matt Barnes had a little protest, organized a protest up there, and sadly at the protest, one of the protesters got hit by a sheriff's police car and had to be taken away. So it's like just incident after incident. Also, his brother Stephon Clark was also on CNN with Don Lemon recently. In that interview, I just don't think he's ready to interview yet. The interview was really, really bad. He seemed really emotional. Yeah, he was all over the place. It was pretty bad. I'm praying for this family right now. I really hope that justice is served and that this isn't one of those. The cops are already on paid vacation, so that's kind of like pouring salt on the wound. As I've said before, I think they need to be treated as if me or you were to go out and shoot somebody. Absolutely. Would we be getting a paid vacation and disability and all of this while the family is grieving and everything?
Telling me you getting paid while they investigating the situation?
Right, yeah. You getting a paid vacation. You ain't got to come to work. You sit home and you get paid for it. That's how they rolling, man. But we ain't gonna stick on this too long. We want to pray for the family.
Yeah, man, because you know what? I can't say this. We doing this on Sunday, and it's Happy Resurrection, Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, y'all.
We don't want to wear nobody too down with no negative news. So what's next,
so let's go ahead. We're gonna go into the next segment, which is dropping game. Now, with this dropping game, the segment I want to talk about, which is buying out or cooking, I think it's really good. Seeing as how you're a musician and you always on the road, you travel a lot. I thought this would be said this is touching my heart and my wallet. I figured we might as well touch on this at one point. Also, with me having a family, sometimes it's not convenient to cook. So let's just go ahead and first talk about the cost. Now, as far as buying out, I think that you're definitely going to spend a whole lot more money and waste money buying food out as opposed to going to the grocery store shopping. What you think, Reg?
I'm just going to put it to you like this. This brother ain't started off and instead he didn't say no lies when it comes to out eating in my neighborhood, because actually, like you said, being a musician, you know, you always on the go, but at the same time, you know, you do have to eat, and sometimes you don't get to be at home and
you don't have the luxury of your kitchen.
Exactly.
You don't have the luxury of preparing the food seasoning.
And so, you know, right. So the easiest thing is for you to stop and get something. And for me, that's just been my problem. And my big brother, he's been trying to tell me, man, you got to cook. And he's the master chef, master cook of the family. Yeah. So I've been learning some of his tricks and trades. But at the same time, you know, when it's easier just to pick up some food, and trust me, it does kill your wallet. You go back and start seeing them bank statements.
Yeah.
You be like, all right, let me go to the grocery store. And that's what I'm starting to do more. But, you know, that fast food is always the kind of, not the first thing, but if it's there and you hungry, you going to get it. So
right. So I think if you guys want to try to save money, you should definitely go prepare your
is the
own
number one
meals.
thing, for sure.
Dollar menus ain't doing it, brother. Your diet ain't going to be too right.
Of it. It's just not good for your body, man.
Right. That's the next thing we going to go into. I'm glad you said that, which is the health aspect of it. I definitely don't think it's healthy. Even if you eating out and you eating McDonald's salads or Jack in the Box salads, or you on the East Coast eating Hardee's salads, if they even got salads, it doesn't matter if you eating the healthiest thing on their menus. 9 times out of 10, it's going to cost a lot more to eat healthier on their menus versus eating at home. Now, you can also eat at home and eat just as unhealthy. So you gotta find the balance,
for sure.
and finding out for you and your blood levels, your sugar level, all of that. You gotta find out what's best for you. What you think, Reg?
I totally believe in making sure, like, far as not just musicians, but as people in general, if you didn't get a yearly physical, definitely get your physical, because it's very important to know your blood levels, you know, your sugar, all that stuff, because it's very important for you to know what you can eat and what you can't eat. And that's what I've found out from my doctor, certain things that I can have and I can't have. So
you over here wondering why your feet swell up and you can't put your Jordans on every time you eat a bag of chips, but yet you keep eating a bag of chips.
A bag of chips with all the salt on them. And if you back, you see on the back it says sodium. Sodium means salt, everybody. If you didn't know what that means,
you didn't know what sodium is. That means salt. It's not a special effect. It's not
an ingredient. It is an ingredient, but it's too much salt.
Right. So let's go ahead and go to the last part of this, which is which one is easier and which one is harder. I think definitely, like I said, we've already said it, buying food out is definitely going to be easier, but I just think that it's going to be harder health-wise, harder on your budget. Now, at home, it's not that hard. They have so many YouTube videos. They have so many different cookbooks, cooking channels. They got plenty of things that you can go ahead and find different ways to learn how to cook. And if not, find somebody that knows how to cook and get some lessons, man. Take some cooking lessons. People spend money on all types of stuff, clothes, shoes, and all types of stuff. Spend some money on getting some cooking lessons. What you think?
Let me ask you this, Slice, man.
All right.
For instance, I'll put myself in a situation real quick. If you a person who don't mind cooking, but you don't like being in the kitchen all the time, and that's some of your reason why you don't cook in the house,
right?
How would you be able to fix that problem? Like, what would you say to, like, kind of?
You got to make cooking fun, because I didn't like cooking at first. You know what I'm saying? And I also didn't like all of the time it takes for the prepping the food and then waiting for the food, because you do got to wait. That's a lot of people can't cook because they cook stuff too fast and they'll burn it or whatever. But I throw some music on and I'll make it an interesting thing to do, man. I might have my kids in there joking with me, or I'll wash dishes while I'm doing something that'll keep me in the kitchen so that way I'm also enjoying it at the same time. I just like cooking, period. So find out what you like. If you need to watch TV, if you like watching TV, you know what I'm saying, you can watch everything on your phone now, pretty much.
That's true.
Get you a phone, little stand, put it up in the kitchen, throw that joint up on, and you should be good, man.
That's good right there.
Speaking of all of this cooking, we're going to go ahead and go into our first commercial, y'all. We know y'all excited about my commercials. It's crazy. What the Fudge is blowing up. We on iHeartRadio now. We on Instagram. All crazy.
iHeartRadio, shout out.
Now we got a cooking show, y'all. It's a little hood. It's a little ghetto. But we going to go ahead and check it out. Thank you. Yo, welcome to our What the Fudge Food Network. We are live in my mama's kitchen, and I'm your host, Trayvon Ramsey. Yes, I know Ramsey, Chef Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, that's my pops, you know what I'm saying? I'm his unclaimed son. He was in Compton one night off a bottle of wine with my mama, a waitress at his restaurant. You know, one thing led to another. But anyway, I have a special guest today, Spencer from next door. You said to come over and pick up my PS4. You didn't say anything about a cooking show. What's that smell in here? Right. Well, on today's menu, we will be making an Asian cuisine. A meal that only the highest class of people eat. I call it soup avec sausage. That's not an Asian cuisine. You can call it soup with sausage in French, but it's just chicken flavored top ramen noodles and fried hot dogs. Seems very ghetto. Well, look, check this out. Well, to the untrained palate, this seems regular, but after my 3 weeks at Le Cordon Bleu, I think my experience outranks your novice taste buds. Anyway, we pan-seared the meat in butter and vegetable oil until it curled up and started turning black. Look, just give me my PS4 so I can go, and you really got to take care of that. Something smells in here. I don't know what that is. Look, then we dropped some bouillon cubes into a pot with cups of hot water and let that boil until the water came out of the pot. And we're back. Commercial. That was pretty crazy. It sounded like homeboy was making some good food until the house blew up. I don't know what's going on there. He might want to take some of them cooking lessons that I was talking about, man.
Yeah, he might need to turn it to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, he might need to do something. But let's go ahead and go to the next segment, which is my favorite, What the Fudge. Hey, man, what the fudge? What the fudge?
What the fudge?
And look, man, this week, the top thing I would say, when I heard this, I immediately laughed because I've been a fan of this brother DMX for the longest. When I heard that his lawyer wanted to play his music in court to the judge to help out his case, I immediately thought, what the fudge? I was thinking he was gonna play Get At Me, Dog. I thought he was gonna play, hey yo, you know what I'm saying, son? Like, it's hard for a nigga. I thought it was gonna be What These Hoes Want From It. Like, I didn't. It was a list of songs that went off in my head.
Well, bro, I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he didn't play the one is With These Hoes, because the judge probably would have gave him more years than they granted him.
It sounded like he was telling all people in that song, all them names he was yelling. But he ended up playing Slippin', Fallin', Can't Get Up, which is a really good song. I think that was I can't get up, hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I got to get up, because I got to get up, I gotta pull my pants up. Wait a minute.
Whoa,
but anyway, DMX is going back to jail. Speaking of pulling pants up, he's going back to jail. They sentenced him for a year for tax evasion, man. This is just ridiculous. I think DMX, I don't think sending him to jail is what's going to help him, but at the same time, this brother has 15 kids.
15
kids. So if you miss your taxes, I think if you have that many kids, you should be able to miss paying your taxes every now and then. Like, that's a lot of responsibility. What you think, Reggie Regg?
At what point, after how many kids do they just stop telling you that you got to stop paying for taxes? 15 kids, that's a whole another village, brother.
Man. He getting at least $100,000 back on his tax return, or his baby mamas is getting some money.
Somebody's
back.
eating, But the good thing I can say about this court case that his judge definitely helped him out by playing this song, because if they didn't know who he was, if he didn't play the song, he could have got a good 5 to 10 years easily.
Yeah,
and that's what they were saying.
Right, bro.
So
you absolutely, that's good to look at.
So by his lawyer actually helping him out by playing one of his songs that the judge actually realized they gave him 1 year. So
yeah, so that's maybe it did play into his advantage, and my crazy mind is just taking it somewhere else. Hold your head up, DMX. You're gonna be out soon and back to making money, because you a legend, man. And we already know you got shows lined up, man.
Yeah, you better. You got 15 goddamn kids.
you better be doing the show every day. You don't get no days off, man.
Literally.
All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next topic. Now, I didn't want to speak on it because I wasn't sure if it was true. I'm a huge fan of this rapper, Fabulous. This is definitely a what the fudge type of comment, because after I heard this, I thought, like, what the fudge is going on? It says on Wednesday, news broke that the rapper Fabulous was arrested for allegedly punching his on and off again girlfriend Emily B. It says that he punched her in the face about 7 times.
Man.
It says that he found out she was out here in LA when he was in LA via Instagram and punched her in her mouth and knocked 2 of her front teeth out. Then he threatened that he would kill her father and her brother.
And her brother.
And her brother and her. So this just sounds completely crazy, bro. Like, this sounds insane.
Obviously, Fabulous didn't have a fabulous day.
He wasn't having
He doesn't have a fabulous day.
He wasn't having a fabulous day or a fabulous week. It sounds really, really bad. I hope he gets the HELP that he really needs. Indeed, it's bad, bro.
Wow,
this
man,
sounds bad. I hope it's not true. I hope this ain't true, and I hope that this is definitely somebody just talking, spreading rumors. But TMZ got the info. They done said the police reports is out there. I'm just feeling bad because the brother got kids that's gonna have to read this eventually. He got about,
what, 7 kids?
I don't even know how. I couldn't keep up, man. After I found out DMX had 15, man, I was good on that one.
Yeah, that beat the number right there. But I can say the thing about Fabulous is, man, it's crazy because he found that out on what you said, IG?
Via Instagram, man. He found out she was out here in LA when he was in LA via Instagram.
And that's pretty crazy, because if that's supposed to be his girl, why didn't he find out from her on the show?
Exactly. And fellas, you should never, not even knowing if he did it or not, but fellas, you should never put your hands on a female ever. There's no excuse. There's never no reason unless you getting like your life threatened or something like that. And even still, I'd be trying to find ways out of that
to avoid that. Exactly.
Right. Even still, this is never right, so we don't condone that.
Never.
Fabulous, get your life together. If you didn't do it, Fabulous, I still love your music. Let's go ahead.
We hope you didn't do it.
Let's go ahead and go to the next topic, which is, now check this out. This is a what the fudge moment. This is hilarious. It says authorities in Florida are asking to help in finding a commercial real estate agent who owes more than $500,000 in child support and has mysteriously vanished while paddleboarding onto the ocean. They said the last they seen was homie riding out into the ocean on a paddleboard. If you owe $500,000, I'd be swimming out there without the boy. Like, I just go bare swimming up against the ocean, man. What you think, Reg?
Maybe, bro. He was in a canoe, like just trying to just reflecting all the good times he had in his life before it started sinking down,
man.
Because you got to just think as you paddling, because they say he paddling. We don't know
he was paddling
on a canoe, on a boat, whatever.
I don't know what he was doing.
Whatever it was, he thought about it, man. Oh, 500,000.
500. I just got to swim away from my problems.
I'm out of here.
He just got ghosts, man.
I'm gonna check up out of here.
That's pretty crazy. I hope they find the dude, and I hope he gets that child support taken care of. He must have been making good money if he owed that much, man. That sounds crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and go into the next one, which is Gary Owen on the Breakfast Club this week. My goodness, man, what the fudge was he doing, imitating Tekashi 6ix9ine with tattoos on his face, the colorful hair? And then the way he was going at the different comedians was even funny. Like, he was really going in Michael Blackson, Faison Love. He was called Michael Blackson a one-trick pony, and then was going hard at Michael Blackson on his Instagram.
It
was hilarious, man. This. Did you get to see the interview?
Yeah, I got to see it, bro. And when I tell you, I was in tears. Because Gary Owen is a fool already, dog. But when he started going in on all these comedians,
that was crazy, man.
Like, you can't do nothing but respect. You know what I'm saying? Just the type of comedian that he is, dog.
He's really, I really like the way that he does his comedy, because he appeals to black people and he can appeal to the white people that associate themselves with black people as well. I think he's a great comedian.
He's a very diverse comedian, and you don't find too many of those, especially that's, you know what I'm saying, that's big up there. They can adapt to, you know what I'm saying, their crowd. But when it comes to both sides of the field, Gary Owen got that, man. Yeah. And
hopefully he get a special coming out, even though he said he hasn't got, they keep turning him down with my show, my network, Netflix. Hopefully they pick him up and help him out, man.
He had a show on B.T.
He had a show and they canceled that joint after the first season, man.
Yeah, that was probably over like 3 episodes.
Yeah, 2-3 episodes, and they was like, nah, we ain't got enough ratings, so let's go. But we gonna go ahead and go into the next one, which is the Instagram Comedian of the Week of What the Fudge Podcast, episode number 12. Last week we had Mr. Commodore. Homeboy is really, really funny, a dude out of New York. I've been posting his videos on my Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast. But on episode 12 of this week, our Instagram Comedian of the Week is at Rennie, RENNY. That's really easy to spell. That's why I'm spelling it out. This dude is really funny too.
Hilarious, dude.
This brother's very funny too. I think he's out of New York. I think he's based out of New York. I'm gonna be posting his stuff all week on my Instagram at What the Fudge Podcast. So go ahead and check that out.
Check that out on What the Fudge, and check out at Rennie on IG. You will be.
It's gonna be hilarious, y'all. So let's go ahead and go into the next segment, which is the hip hop and R&B review. And in this segment, it was a very active music week, I think, as far as this week. It was a lot going on. Let's start off with Cardi B announcing that her album, Invasion of Privacy, is going to be coming out April 6th.
5 days.
It's going to be crazy, man. The song that she released, To Be Careful, or something like that to that title. Me and my wife was listening to it, and it sound real personal. I like how she coming on it. Now, I know people going to say it sound a little... I think Russ might have wrote it. That's just me guessing. The rapper Russ, it sounds a little like that. And then she's singing on it too. So I don't know if she entering in that Nicki Minaj territory, because people keep comparing.
Okay.
So I don't know if she trying to enter into that category, man. Have you what you think about Cardi B? Forget her album being released. What's your thoughts on Cardi B, bro?
Man, my thing about Cardi B is lit right now, bro.
She's popping, man.
Especially since it's Bruno Mars. Like the first drink when Red Bottoms, These Are Blood Shoes, like that put on the map. But when Bruno, brought it back with the Living Color video, that was a whole other kind of another movement.
It was
in
crazy,
itself,
bro.
Cardi B is back. She's back like she never left. Started with the whole, VH1 shows, and now she's doing her own thing. So congrats to Cardi B on dropping this new album.
Big up Cardi B. I'm gonna definitely listen to the album when it come out, and you already know we're gonna review it and talk about it on this show. So let's go ahead and go to the next topic, which is The Weeknd's album. He released his album this week, and The Weeknd, I don't know, man, I didn't really like it. It was only about 6 or 7 songs, I think. Hopefully I listened to the right thing. Y'all know I'm cheap, so I listen to my stuff on YouTube, and I only seen 6 videos. Every song sounded the same to me. I'm not hating on the brother. I think he's tight when he's featured on other people's stuff. When he was coming out with stuff with Drake and all them other people, like when he's featured, to me, he's tight. But when he's by himself,
when he's singing the hook, you don't want him.
No, even when his verses though, his verses is hot when he's on other people's stuff. Yeah, when he's featured on other people's stuff. And this is just another Sice Man prediction. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think Homeboy is completely jacking. He saw a void where Michael Jackson left. With the high singing, he didn't even pose like Michael Jackson on this album cover, and there's nothing wrong with that if he's paying homage to it. But it's just like another Michael Jackson to me. It's like he's trying to be like Mike to me.
Yeah,
and
I get that.
It's kind of like a Michael Jackson feel. You feel that too, bro?
I get that, and it's kind of ironic that you said that, because Michael Jackson was, of course, one of the last big stars besides Prince who passed away.
Right.
And I feel like if it's already been done and it's been done for years, it's like it's no reason like to cross that bridge. But I know Weeknd has his own lane.
Yeah, he got his own little style. I mean, he definitely. Like I said, when he's featured, he's tight to me. But I don't know, by itself, Dolo, I don't really like all of the sad, depressing music.
That's the own lane.
Yeah, that sad depression like type.
No, the lane where he need to be featured with other people. That's the lane.
The
solo thing might not just be because Michael Jackson already did it.
Yeah, he already did that. He started out with the group too, and then came out solo. So. I don't know. You guys can check it out. Like I said, if you like The Weeknd, if you're a fan of The Weeknd, I'm sure that you'll like this album. I didn't really like it that much. We're going to go ahead and go into Rich the Kid. He released his album this Friday. The album got a lot of nice beats on it. I like the joint called We Lost or Lost. I think it's one of the two. I was listening to it while I was working out, so I ain't really get to look at all of the names. He got some tight beats on there. As far as lyrical content, I don't really think he got bars. He ain't no lyrical artist. I think he's just one of them artists that's just having fun on the track. He just talking about what he got, different girls, all of that. If you enjoy that kind of music, it's cool. It's a cool album. I think the album is cool. I'm not gonna buy it. Like I said, I listen to it on YouTube. Y'all know how I do. Sites Man a little cheap, but the album was cool. Did you get a chance to check it out or hear about it, Reg?
I ain't get a chance to check that one out, bro.
Alright, so for that one, you definitely, like I said, I know you like beats and stuff, so
yeah, I definitely put my ear to it.
When you working out, when you getting your fitness on, because brother keeps slimming every time I see him. This brother lose like 5 pounds every time I see him, man. You keep losing it. Go ahead, throw that Rich the Kid
on there and sweat some more.
And you gonna sweat some more. You feel me?
Rich the Kid, I'm gonna check your album out, bro.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go into, now this should have been kind of in a What the Fudge, but because it's hip hop, I had to. Now I was hating. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to listen, because Snoop Dogg's gospel album debuted at number one on the Billboard gospel charts this week. That means over any other straight gospel artist that ain't been talking about gangbanging and all of that, this dude's album has beaten theirs.
Number one.
This dude's album is number one. I just keep getting the feeling that while I'm shouting, I'm going to just break out into throwing up C's and doing a crip walk. Like, it's just a flag. Like, am I going to wear half Dickies and half dress shirt with a tie? Like, I don't really know how to feel about Snoop's gospel album.
Well, maybe you should wear one church shoe and one chuck.
One chuck.
I think that might be.
That's the outfit right there. That's what you think. All right, man. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Have you heard anything about this, bro?
I've checked out the album.
Oh, man. I know he got a lot of gospel OGs.
A lot of gospel legends and greats on this album. It's over 30 songs. So if you wanted to listen to an album for a full day,
30. He trying to hit them Chris Brown numbers. Good grief, 30 songs. But I guess he feel he done been putting out so many albums, so to put out a 30-song album with gospel. Actually, I'm really, even though y'all hear me joking on it, I'm really happy to see Snoop doing something like that, because a lot of other artists have done that and they albums didn't go nowhere.
Nowhere near.
When Bushwick Bill from Ghetto Boys went gospel, it went nowhere. When Mace went gospel, it didn't go nowhere, and then he came back to gangsta.
Yeah, Mace tried to be a pastor. that didn't work either.
That didn't work, so he tried to come back. When Craig Mack went gospel, it disappeared. Nothing really hit. So this is really the Snoop, first. Man. Big up Snoop, because that's crazy.
Snoop did it in all genres now. Only thing you gotta do now is a country record.
He need to do country and opera, like he said he was leaving at the intro to go to his opera lessons. That's the only thing he need left. Let's go ahead and go to the last part of this one, which is the 2 Chainz and YG and Offset Proud song, Make My Mama Proud. That video was 100% original. I loved it, man, with the moms rapping as them. YG's mom was looking like she was about to bang. She was about to bang on a nigga at any moment during the segment. I was really enjoying it. I thought it was really tight. And what I really think is nice is the parody video that me and the homie shot that you guys need to check out on YouTube. I also put it on my Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast, because the first thing I seen in the video, when I seen all of the mamas and the stuff, I was like, yo, if they were to do a dad version, none of the dads would be there, because a lot of black males, they don't ever have their dads in their life, so they wouldn't show up to the video. If you haven't seen the video for 2 Chainz, it's called Proud. Go check it out on YouTube.
Check it out.
Or you can look up on YouTube at WhatTheFudgePodcast 3 Chainz video. Look at my video, and then the 2 Chainz video will pop up right after that. So you'll get to see it. You got to check out both videos. You're getting a 2-for-1 deal. Buy one, get one free. You ain't really buying one, but you just getting one free. Both free. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and go into this next skit. Speaking of all of this, so I don't get sued, What the Fudge has started a new law firm that they got, and it sounds pretty crazy. I think they might be able to help me and help anybody else out there that's dealing with some legal trouble. Let's go ahead and check this out. I woke up in jail with my fist covered in blood and a lion's tail in my pocket. Who's gonna get me out of this one? At What the Fudge Law Firm, we have the best public defenders. They will show up usually later than scheduled, looking a complete mess, and will more than likely not have any idea who you are or anything about your case. But at least someone will be there for you. Yo, I just heard the feds got a case against me, man. Talking about they know all my operations with the drugs and guns in different states. Yo, where can I find a lawyer that will fight for me? At W.T.F Law Firm, we have some of the best lawyers and plenty of experience in maintaining good relationships with city officials, police, as well as other task force agencies, keeping their bank accounts full. And hey, they play dirty. Why not have a lawyer that plays even dirtier? We will even kidnap if we have to get you the verdict you deserve. I was wrongfully imprisoned and need a lawyer that will prove the knife was not mine, even though it was in my car. Our team knows how to sneak evidence in and out of some of the most top police stations, or bribe whoever has the golden ticket. When that doesn't work, a little hotel room at 2 a.m. with the judge always gets the right sentence. What the Fudge Law Firm, lawyers you can trust since 1985. Kinda. And we're back from that commercial. I don't think I need any of their services. Never mind. I think I'm good on that. Them sound very crooked.
Yeah, I don't know if you should. Don't do that, bro. You good.
I think I should be good.
You just all right.
But let's go ahead and go to the next segment. One of the second to last segments, which is the movie and TV review. Now, we got a couple of things in here that we're going to touch on. One quick thing I want to talk about is the Better Call Saul, man. Y'all know it's on my wonderful network that I love, Netflix. Season 3 was just uploaded this week. If you haven't seen season 1 and 2, it's really, really tight. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, it's a continuation of Breaking Bad. You just get to see the lawyer side. You know who Saul is. It was his lawyer, Walter White's lawyer on there, Mr. Heisenberg, for those that talk drug talk. Let the plug walk, you feel me? It was the story of his lawyer. The season is really, really good. They bring in some characters from the Breaking Bad series, so you get to kind of see it build up to Walter White. I think it's really, really tight, and I think you guys should check it out if you can. Have you ever seen this joint, bro?
No,
I know you always on the move.
Yeah, you was telling me about it, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. But I also just saw that, man. Matter of fact, Netflix right now is winning so much on so many different levels. Like, you don't even have to have cable no more to catch a lot of these shows.
You don't need cable. You don't need that, and that's what's hurting these networks and what's hurt. That's what took Blockbuster out of business, man. That's why these movie theaters is getting upset because they creating their own movies. Shout out to Netflix for doing y'all thing, but we gonna hop over to another network real quick, which is the Starz Network. I just seen the preview. They released the preview this week for the Power season. What is it? 7?
Yeah,
season
7.
I think it's season 7
already.
The new season is coming out on July 1st, man. Y'all know. Let me go ahead and get into it. Ghost's daughter is dead. Kanan is back with Tommy and the homie Ghost, and they all working together, but we don't really know if these dudes is working together or not, because you know how Kanan get. And then they got the homie out. It's Dre is doing some sneaky. It's gonna be crazy. Do you watch the show, bro?
I definitely watch Power, bro.
Bro, are you excited? Just as excited for this as I am?
July 1st, bro. My DVR is already set. It was set from the last episode.
Well, check this out. Y'all know how cheap I am. So as soon as the first episode airs, that's when I will be getting my subscription to the Stars app. And as soon as the last episode is over, that's when I will be canceling my subscription. So y'all know how I roll. Get that if y'all can. It's coming out. Now, we're going to go ahead and go into the show and movie to recommend, because I didn't get a chance to check out the Roxanne. I don't want to come to y'all halfway with it, so I'm going to check that out.
I'm gonna give you a little
you
input,
checked
bro.
it out?
I ain't check it out, but I did hear in the first episode they had over 18 million views.
Wow, so this is definitely something I'm going to get the time. I didn't have no time this week, y'all, to check it out, but after hearing something like that, like I said, I want to check it out, and I'm going to talk about it in episode number 13. My bad, you guys. I didn't get to check it out. But let's go ahead and go into the show and movie to recommend. I'm glad you said that, bro, because I'm going to definitely look at it. A movie that I want to recommend, of course, is on what network? Who else but Netflix? It's really, really great. It's really, really funny. It's called Game Over Man. The comedy is really, really, now if you got a weak stomach to gory type stuff, you definitely want to put a caution on this, but the movie is hilarious. It's about 3 waiters, 3 homeboys, 3 friends. The hotel gets hijacked and taken hostage because there's a super celebrity billionaire there that they want to get codes from, and they're just trying to make their way downstairs and through the... It's a series of hilarious comedic events, man. It's really, really funny. If you guys get the time, check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely going home and watch that.
Bro, this movie is hilarious. If you got about an hour and a half, it's really, really funny. What's your show or movie to recommend for episode 12 of What the Fudge Podcast, Mr. Reggie Regg?
Go check out the classic Fresh Prince.
With
Willie Smith, Jazzy Jeff,
right,
Carlton Banks, Uncle Phil,
right,
Aunt Viv,
the butler,
Hillary, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey was hilarious.
Man, Jeffrey
man.
was my man, bro.
Jeffrey was hilarious.
Go check out Fresh Prince, man. Y'all laugh a lot, learn a lot.
That was a great recommendation. I like that, man. That one's a classic for real. That's something I definitely would love to see them bring back. So let's go ahead and go into, speaking of that, segue into the bring back movie and TV show. Now, this one I picked a classic, man. I know the younger generation probably has no idea. Anybody under 18 probably don't even know what I'm talking about. And even some of the people over 18 might not know. They need to redo Austin Powers. They need to bring that Mike Myers. You need to definitely redo that. If you want to do an ethnic version, you can do that. I think it'll be funny.
Classic,
we need another international man of mystery that was completely busted and didn't know what he was doing, but got the mission and got the girls. I think they need to bring that.
Definitely bring back Austin Powers.
Bring that joint back. What's your TV show or movie to bring back this week, bro?
Man, another one that I think they should bring back is the one and only Family Matters.
Oh,
my man Steve Urkel.
Go by, it's the bigger love. I don't even know the lyrics. And they was all in the daggone living room. Hey man, that's a good recommendation, bro.
Yeah,
Steve Urkel was hilarious. Eddie ended up. Look, who knew that Eddie was really hood in real life?
In real life.
This nigga played a square on TV and was a hood dude in real life, y'all.
And end up messing with Corinne Stephens.
Oh yeah, you right. He did mess with the industry roller.
Family Matters,
man. Family Matters. I guess him it did, man. Which definitely that's a good one. I think those are both good ones to bring back. I want to thank my co-host, man. Before we get into this next segment, let me go ahead and go to the next segment, which is the bedtime story. And that's going to be the homie Jack and the Beanstalk. This is going to be a great bedtime story. Once again, it might not be suitable for kids, but it's entertaining for adults. So go ahead, get your pillows and your blankets ready. I want to thank you guys for listening to episode 12 of What the Fudge Podcast. Once again, you can check us out on Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast. You can also check us out on iHeartRadio now at just search What the Fudge Podcast, and it will show up all episodes, everything new. You can also look on YouTube for some of my comedic videos, and the podcasts are all actually posted on there as well. I want to thank my co-host, who's going to be a future legend. I would like to go ahead and say it right now, Reggie Johnson. You know what I'm saying? And my little brother. It's the advantage that he's also my little brother.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for coming through, hoping and helping me with this week. Did you like the show? How did you think the show was, bro?
I love the show. Y'all tune in, man. There's some great things coming up. Not only is I'm proud of my brother for bringing this back, but he's been doing this for a long time. He's very talented at rapping, at dancing,
everything,
at comedy, and I'm just glad that he brought this back, and he's doing this thing. It's about to be a great movement. So y'all stay tuned for What the Fudge.
Hey, man, podcast. I appreciate that, man. And make sure y'all tune in next week on episode 13. And you guys have a wonderful week and have a wonderful Easter. Happy Resurrection to everybody out there.
Everybody.
Y'all have a good week.
Jack and the Beanstalk by Siceman. Once upon a time, there lived a poor stripper and her son, the homie Jack. One day, the homie Jack's mother told him to sell their only pit bull. The homie Jack went to the liquor store, and on the way he met a crackhead who wanted to buy his pit bull. The homie Jack asked, "What you finna give me in return for my pit bull?" The crackhead answered, "I will give you 5 magic seeds." The homie Jack took the magic seeds and gave the crackhead the pit bull. But when he got back to his crib, the homie Jack's mother was heated. She said, "What the fudge? He took away your pit bull and gave you some seeds?" She threw the seeds out the window. The homie Jack was very sad and went straight to sleep without dinner. The next day, when the homie Jack woke up in the morning and smelled the strongest scent of weed, he jumped up and looked out the window. He saw that a huge weed plant had grown from his magic seeds. He climbed up the weed plant and reached a weed kingdom in the sky. There lived a hobbit and his wife. The homie Jack went inside the house and found the hobbit's thick wife in the kitchen. The homie Jack said, "Can I get some of that bacon and grits? I'm so hungry." The thick wife gave him some, but didn't tell him everything had weed in it. While he was eating, the hobbit came home. The hobbit was very swole and looked very fearsome. The homie Jack was terrified, so he hid. The hobbit shouted, "Fee, fi, fo, fum, I smoke more weed than a Jamaican. Now I know I'm high, but I ain't tripping. I smell another nigga has been in my kitchen." The thick wife said, "Not a nigga been in here." So the hobbit ate his food and then went to his room because the itis was about to take over. He took out his sacks of top-shelf trees, weighed them, and then put them to the side, then went straight to sleep. In the middle of the night, the homie Jack crept out of his hiding place and decided he would take a couple sacks of the top-shelf trees. The hobbit also had a magical Beats by Dre speaker that would play the most banging songs, and the homie Jack decided he would also take the speaker and sneak out. Suddenly, the magic speaker cried, "Help, master! Some crazy nigga is stealing me!" The hobbit woke up and saw the homie Jack with the speaker and his sacks of trees. Furious, he grabbed his 4-5 and ran after the homie Jack. But the homie Jack was too fast for him. He slid down the weed tree and reached home. The hobbit followed him down, shouting and cursing. The homie Jack quickly ran inside his house and grabbed a chainsaw. He began to saw the base of the weed tree. The hobbit fell and broke his back. The homie Jack and his mama were now rich from selling all the weed since there was a drought and they were the only suppliers. And they lived happily ever after. The end.